that's something that's I have a passion in sharing with others. So, make your time valuable, useful, add value to people's lives, right? It's Christmas. So, and what about yourself, Jen? Anything that you're doing for Christmas time that you want to share with the listeners?
There's going to be, basically, we're doing, there's a toy drive that I'm going to be involved in. That'll be next Saturday, actually. We're going around to different community places.
That's fantastic.
In the area. Yeah. So it's a toy fund, basically. So we go to different organizations. We also go to different shelters and stuff like that. So we'll be handing out toys to some people that are having a hard time around the holidays, and so that kids can enjoy it as well.
That's amazing. I mean, I remember.
Yeah, so that's next Saturday. So that's what I'll be spending the day Saturday doing. So that'll be pretty cool.
Now, I remember growing up in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and it was a time of the year, Christmas, and we'd line up and try to see Santa, and he has like a gift. It was one of my uncle's company, and we'd line up, and I don't think we do that anymore here for companies, do they? I don't know if you grew up that way, but I remember their company would be like, bring your kids here. We've got a Santa. We've got like some elves here, and they normally give you like some small toy or socks.
No, actually, well, it depends. It depends. There's not too many companies left that do that. A lot of the companies just do it for the employees, and you don't bring your spouse, you don't bring your partner, you don't bring your kids. There's other companies where you can bring your partner or your spouse, but I haven't heard of that many left that allow you to that actually do anything where the kids are concerned of that. It's unfortunate, but it's not the same as what it once used to be.
That's too bad. I mean, I actually enjoy that. I mean, do you remember the movie like Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Right? That was like a classic. I thought that was pretty good. Like growing up, it was amazing. So and they don't do too many of that events anymore, right?
No, I'm not too sure as to why, but yeah, there's a lot of things that have changed over time, and I find that it's not as big as what it once used to be,
I mean, like growing up for you, did you have something like that, or your parents would bring you to the workplace, and there's like a Santa, and then you lined up, there's a big Christmas tree. It's like the old-fashioned way. It's crazy.
Well, the old-fashioned way is like, I mean, going and sitting on Santa's lap was the thing to do every year. We take a picture with Santa, and then we always got a gift, right? I find a lot of places now, they charge way too much for an instant photo, which doesn't cost them as much at all whatsoever. I mean, it's crazy. Cool. It's crazy down here. It's not the same as back home. Montreal definitely does things a lot differently. They also go a lot more all out as far as the malls go. And they don't charge as much.
And I know.
I find it's a little plain. Like, it's very, applied. There's quite a few different malls. I mean, each area does something different, obviously. But I mean, in Montreal, they have a lot of, they bring in a lot of the animals, like they bring in sheep and different things like that, and kind of create like a little manger type thing beside the Santa. And then there's other ones where there's a huge carousel, and it's like, the whole carousel is red and white, and it's reindeer that are on the carousel. So they have like all these different other activities. And then you sit on Santa's lap, and, they usually give you like a little elf or something like that. Like there's usually a little toy or that, and everybody gets the same thing, or it's a little stuffed animal type thing. And you pay for your picture. And I mean, it's usually about maybe $8 to $10. That's it. Whereas in Toronto, it's like $20, and they don't even do half of that.
I know. I remember growing up.
You're lucky you can get a candy cane, and that's from the dollar store. I'm just saying. Like, seriously, you can't even give the kids a candy cane. Like, now you're getting cheap.
I'm telling you, it's like even the quality of the Santa now is not the greatest.
No, like, what's up with that? Like, come on now, put some effort into it, Santas. You're supposed to be the one that carries the spirit and, keep that dream alive for the kids. Especially if some of the parents are unable to do it. You know, that's really your job, is to keep that Christmas spirit alive, for the kids, and to help those that may not have too much of spirit themselves.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm telling you, there's so many young kids nowadays that are too much on the computer, not too much on the family thing. Maybe it's just different generations, right? So
yeah, that's true. Yes, very much different. I'm like, you go outside to the parks and it's like, where is everybody? So, what, do the kids not play outside anymore? I feel a little lost. It's very different. It's very different. I mean, I take my son out all the time, especially in the summertime, and that we go to the park, and yeah, you don't see that. You don't see as much anymore, you know?
Well, that's too bad. I mean,
I can't wait to build a snowman. That's what I want to do.
I used to build like an igloo in my backyard this one, like growing up in Winnipeg. I'm telling you, it was amazing.
Yeah, but we also got more snow back then than we do now. It's kind of hard. Like last year, we didn't have any kind of snow, so there was no kind of playing in it at all whatsoever. There was no hope last winter. There wasn't even enough to even do like a snowball.
I know. It's like look outside. There's no snow. It's pretty sad. There's nothing there. I mean,
actually, there was snow today. There was enough snow today. I mean, not necessarily to do.
Where I live.
No, I had snow this morning. There was snow all over the car. There was a good maybe, I'd say 3 inches of snow on the car.
Wow.
Yeah, we had snow over here. I was like, oh, awesome. So while I was cleaning off the snow, my son was playing around and running around in the snow. He just wants to run around because it's like the first snowfall. It's the biggest thing, right? So I just want to play.
Did you take your son to see Santa, like in the mall, or?
I went by the mall, but it was I don't know. I just was a little depressing kind of thing. And I was like, okay, let's wait till it gets a little bit more Christmas. Wow. I'm not going to say this properly. Talk about bloopers. It wasn't as Christmassy as it was. So I figured let's wait till it gets a little closer to the holiday, closer to Christmas. Hopefully the vibe will be a little bit different. So yeah, we seen it, but it wasn't too inviting. So we didn't go. Yeah, we didn't go. I was like, it was great. There was no lineup, but I don't know. It was like, I don't know. Something was missing. There's no magic.
I know, like in some parts of the world, Christmas is such a big deal. I mean, it's the most, wonderful time of the year. But us, it seems like, for the States, it's more like the Thanksgiving. In Canada, it seems like it's not as, when you're a kid, it's like, oh, it's Christmas. I can't wait to open Christmas. But no, in some parts of the world, Christmas is such a big deal. I mean,
wow.
So that's something.
Talk about having you in stereo, John.
Sorry, I just clicked on your website and that went through. So
yeah, don't do that, hun.
I accidentally. I'm like, whoa, okay. So we have Hero tonight. So you have her number, Jen,
yes,
so
I'm going. Let's connect her on. Give me 1 second, and let's get her on here with us. Here we go. I love the fact that you can actually hear everything. Woohoo! Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Errol. How you doing there?
Good. How are you?
You are live.
You're live.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome
you guys.
Welcome to our show. Welcome to Empowering Your Future. I'm John, and my co-host is Jen McConnell.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm very well. I'm really excited to be chatting with you guys and to have this opportunity.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, it's our pleasure to have you on, and thank you for the last minute. We were like, oh, let's just grab her and see if she'll get on. I know it's last minute, but...
I'm a yes. I'm always a yes.
Well, sometimes it's good to just be spontaneous.
So, Errol, tell us a little bit more about yourself, like, your background. Because what we wanted to talk to tonight is not just about business, but because it's the busiest time of the year, right? And about being mindful, but also how you can relieve some stress. And, mindfulness and yoga is something that you really bring it out there to private and public, and tell a little bit more about who you are and what you do. So,
well, I'm a yoga teacher and a writer by trade, and actually a speaker by trade. And all of these things kind of came together about a year ago when I approached a company called Get Out of Your Head, and I asked her. It was a lady from Saga that had created Canadian ethically sourced tanks that had these mental health slogans on them, and I loved it. And I thought, mental health, like, we need to talk about it more.
Yes.
I want to get into schools, but I'd like to collaborate with somebody that has a bit of a brand and a passion that can match mine. And she was this person. And so we actually just started with me just wearing her tanks, and I'd take a picture and be like, hey, support this brand. And it evolved to the point that we're at now, which is we've created an actual program for mindfulness meditation workshops in schools.
Amazing. That's awesome.
It's called Mindful Movers. So we're really excited about it. And the whole idea behind that is to bring it everywhere, to bring mindfulness, to bring meditation to the masses, and to make it accessible to everybody, no matter what.
Awesome. I love that.
And what made you choose this type of business? I mean, what's the turnaround? Like, what changed you? So if you can share that with our listeners.
Yeah, that's a good question. It was a little bit of rock bottom, a little bit of we
like those juicy stories. I said we like those juicy stories.
Oh, yeah, right? I mean,
there's always a rock bottom.
On some level.
Of course. Well, it always starts at rock bottom, so it's okay.
Exactly. I think for me, it was realizing that I gained all these skills over my life, like being in the news business and writing and like teaching yoga. And I wanted to do so much. I wanted to create change, but I had no focus. So I got to the point where I was broke, really, really broke, working like 60 hours a week.
Wow.
No stability, and like burnt out from like a spiritual level because I wasn't actually really stepping into what I was capable of, really, what I was capable of. So for me, it was having a moment like, I'm either going to give up on this whole entrepreneur stuff, or I'm going to find another way. I'm going to find another channel. And it was literally sitting on Instagram and seeing that company, Get Out of Your Head, come across my feed, and I thought, this is it. I need to pair up. I need to not do this alone.
Wow.
And it's been so much more powerful like that, for sure.
And you know, are you waking up every day with a lot happier than you were, or?
Oh yeah, I'm constantly surprised by how energized I am by this stuff, by doing what I believe in every day. I'm still like, you know, technically working, or I'm out there doing stuff all the time, but I'm full of energy to wake up and to go and to keep trying. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of what will happen.
That's amazing. And how did you get into the mindfulness and the yoga? I mean, it seems like it's changed your life. And, you know, if that's something you want to share with us, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Well, I was lucky to have a dad who was very much into yoga and meditation when I was little. And he actually like battled addiction on and off and passed away almost a decade ago. But to see him model his ability to be mindful and calm and to heal himself with yoga and meditation is what I focused on, is what I took away from that. I missed my dad. He passed away, but he left me with this ability to heal myself. He wasn't able to do that, unfortunately, in the end, but I learned that from him. And so I kind of went on to like play with a bit of meditation here and there, take the odd yoga class. You know, I went to school, I went into the news field, and I realized very quickly that I was not meant to be there. And that I was meant to be doing this stuff for a living.
Wow.
So where's the connection between the yoga and the mindfulness versus the mental health?
Yeah, that's a good question too. My mental health is it's a part of like everyday living existence, just like physical health, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We cultivate a better mental health, I guess you could say, when we do things that cultivate mindfulness, like yoga and meditation or journaling.